Hello everyone. Today in this video I will explain you what is a open loop scrubber system. We have two types of system, as you know, closed loop and open loop scrubber system. In open loop scrubber system we are taking seawater suction. As you can see in this video, this is the sea chest, and from where this wall is open and it is sucking, these are the scrubber pumps. We have 3 scrubber pumps. In some ships we also call them as recycle pumps or recirculation pumps. So from here sea chest, seawater is getting sucked and then it is going to the scrubber. Here you can see this is our scrubber. This has got two layers, two packing layers, and top of that there are the nozzles. So seawater is getting sprayed on the exhaust gas which is coming from the main engine, auxiliary engines and the boiler. So in this scrubber, through the nozzles is water spray on that, and on top of the scrubber, as you can see, there is a demister. This demister on top also have nozzles, but there is a separate pump for that one, DWP pump. This pump have setting that in how many hours it should flush. These settings you can change as per the duration. You can change how many hours you want that one to flush this demister, because in the end exhaust gas is passing through this demister and going out. So one by one these valves will open for 1 minute as per the setting, and then this one will spray water on the demister, and on these nozzles, if any deposits, will get washed away. After this, the water which is collected at the bottom of the scrubber is going to this overboard. This is named as B. So we will go to the another page which is having this section B. As you can see, this B, washing water coming from the scrubber, this having carbon and the soot particles is coming from here, and then it is going overboard. We have 5 overboard valves for this. And from the outlet line, we have a unit, TWSA unit. This is the unit which is analyzing the pH and turbidity of the outlet sample. And these values are displayed here. This is the inlet turbidity, this is the outlet turbidity, and this is the difference. As you know, 3 parameters are very much of important in this system. One is the pH, another is turbidity, and the third one is delta pH. So this inlet pH in this system has been measured at the inlet, that is after the scrubber pumps. Now it is showing the value of 8. Outlet pH has been displayed here, 3.4. 3.4. Turbidity here, inlet is 4.5 and turbidity outlet is 0, and this is the difference between inlet and outlet turbidity. So what happens exactly, I will repeat this part for you. It is taking suction from the sea chest, this scrubber pumps, and after that it is spraying in the scrubber on the exhaust gas which is coming from the machineries, and after that it is coming and going this overboard. So pH and turbidity is being measured. Now come to the exhaust gas side. What happens? What happens now, as on this panel now we can see this is for main engine now in use. So this one is open to the scrubber. This is our scrubber. So auxiliary engine 1 and 2 are stopped, number 3 is running. So this one, whichever machinery is running, that one is open to the scrubber. Others are all bypassed because not in use. This system is working now in auto operation. And how to start the system, I will tell you now. If specifically you have got this semi scrubber system, how to start it. So first what you have to do is, you have to select on the display which has been shown is a semi scrubber system open loop. What is the start over procedure? As you can see on the screen, this is already open loop system is running in auto mode. As whatever is shown green, this is the selection we have to make. So first, how to start the system? First step is to select the pump configuration. You click on pump configuration, 1, 2, 3, priority of the pump, confirm and exit. Then you have to select, as this is open loop, so discharge area. So discharge is allowed here. So discharge area we have to select. And then as per the global, whether it is ECA area or global areas with 0.5% sulfur allowed, so you have to select accordingly. The last step is to select navigation and maneuvering. Maneuvering, when we select, it means there will be frequent stoppages of main engine. Main engine, this wall will be frequently, these 2 walls will be very frequently, as main engine stop, that one will open, this will close. So when main engine running, this will open and this will close. Now we have selected permanently maneuvering, so that to avoid anything during changeover, or if anything alarm comes and main engine trips, immediately it should change over. So as you can see on the screen, main engine is running, so this one is going to the scrubber, the exhaust gas from the main engine. Auxiliary engine number 3 is running, so it is going to the scrubber. Other all machineries are stopped, that's why the exhaust gas from there, like this, these green ones are all bypassed. Now first step was to select the pump configuration, second step was to select the discharge area or non-discharge area, third step was to select the sulfur percentage, and fourth step was navigation maneuvering. Now after this, you have to make a load request. As you can see on the top, this scrubber load request. Scrubber load request is, you have to press this button and then this green light will be on. If the green light is on, then only you can select this option, open mode start or closed mode start. These both options otherwise will show you grey. Both options will show you grey unless until the scrubber load is allowed. So make sure before making for scrubber load request, you start 2 generators. Then only this one will become green, and then you will have option of open mode start or close mode start. So you click on open mode start. Here on the screen, everything will be started automatically. And initially, first these walls will change over as per the running machineries, and then you can see. Then these walls will open. This wall taking suction. This wall will open, and this pump scrubber pump will start, and then this whole thing will start. All overboard walls shown here will be automatically open. This also, which is to the TWSA unit, this one will also automatically open. This pump will start. This is a small water pump inside the TWSA unit. TWSA here is for the outlet. Okay, this UWSA unit is for the inlet. So inlet and outlet, there are 2 different cabinets to measure the pH and turbidity of inlet seawater and the water which is being discharged overboard, both. I would also like to bring to your notice that these walls which are being operated, these are being sealed. We have sealed by the air. Now you know the importance of these walls, because no exhaust should go that side, and there will be deposits as the exhaust gas contains soot and all. So here we have ceiling fan, 2 ceiling fans. One is out of operation, that's why showing red. We have ceiling fans. This is supplying the ceiling air to these walls so that there are no deposits, and one side should not, exhaust gas should not go the other side. Okay, so for the proper sealing, we have been provided these ceiling fans. Also, this generally never happens that the pH of the inlet is high seawater. But in any case, if pH is high, we have this NaH solution dosing tank. From the tank, this NaH solution comes, and this one will open, and then it will be added to this one in case the water which we are in the suction side, if it's more acidic. But this is rare case, it never happens. I have never experienced such things. I hope you have got the basic idea of this open loop system, which is basically we are taking suction of seawater, and same we are flushing in the scrubber the exhaust gas which is passing through to the scrubber. We are spraying the seawater on it, which results in the reduction of SOx values. This basically scrubber unit is to reduce the SOx from the emissions. And we have at the exhaust gas emission side, we have the CEMS unit. CEMS full form is Control Emission Monitoring System. This CEMS unit will show you the value of SO2 and CO2 and the ratio of SO2 by CO2. We have the limit. SO2 by CO2 ratio should be maximum 4.3. That's why this is the basic idea is which is being monitored finally here is what we are emitting from the ship. You mean the exhaust gas content of the SOx, SO2, CO2 and its ratio. I hope you have got at least a basic idea of this video. Thank you.